Hercules, also known as Heracles in Greek mythology, is one of the most celebrated and enduring figures of ancient times that intertwines heroism, strength, and divine lineage. He is not just a character in Greek mythology who is famous for his divine power, but rather for his immense courage and human struggle in the face of adversity. The story of Hercules began with Zeus, who disguised himself as Amphitryon, who was husband of Alcmene, to seduce her. When Alcmene gave birth, she bore twins, Hercules, the son of Zeus, and Iphicles, the son of Amphitryon. Hera, Zeus's wife, was furious upon discovering her husband's infidelity. To seek revenge, Hera sent two serpents to his crib, but the infant displayed extraordinary strength by killing them both. This early display of power stipulated his future heroism, as well as foreshadowed the trials he would face in the future. As Hercules grew into a fine young man, his hardship never ended. One after another, Hera's animosity continued to haunt him as he had to face mystifying challenges thrown at him at every turn. Miraculously, Hercules was coping up with Hera's test until it took a tragic turn that will put a chill in one's spine. Possessed by a whimsical madness, Hercules killed his wife, Megara, and their children. Once he regained his senses and realized what he had done, he was overwhelmed with grief. Grief-stricken Hercules consulted the oracle of Delphi to seek redemption, who advised him to approach King Eurystheus of Tyre. To atone for his sins, Eurystheus tasked Hercules with 12 seemingly impossible labors to test his strength, intelligence, and resilience. The first labor tasked Hercules with slaying the Nemean lion, a fearsome creature with impenetrable skin that terrorized the region of Nemea. Many had attempted to kill the lion but failed. Hercules approached the challenge with a blend of strength and strategy. He lured the lion into a cave and engaged it in combat. After realizing his weapons were ineffective, he used his brute strength to strangle the beast to death. Once slain, Hercules wore the lion's skin as armor, symbolizing his victory over fear and death. Next, Hercules faced the Lernaean hydra, a serpentine water monster with multiple heads that regrew into double when cut off. To defeat this creature, Hercules enlisted the help of his nephew, Iolaus. After cutting off each head, they burned the necks to prevent them from regenerating. Eventually, they discovered that one head was immortal. Hercules buried this head under a massive rock, ensuring it could never harm anyone again. This labor tested Hercules' ingenuity and teamwork, highlighting that even the strongest heroes benefit from allies. The third labor required Hercules to capture the Ceryneian hind, a sacred creature of Artemis known for its incredible speed and golden antlers. Instead of destruction, this task required respect and patience. Hercules pursued the hind for an entire year, ultimately capturing it without harm. This labor emphasized Hercules' dedication and reverence for the divine, as he later returned the hind to Artemis, seeking her forgiveness for the transgression of capturing a sacred animal. Hercules' fourth task was to capture the Erymanthian boar alive. This massive creature was known for its ferocity. Hercules tracked the boar to the snowy slopes of Mount Erymanthos, where he drove it into a corner and captured it using his strength. He brought the boar back to Eurystheus, who was so frightened that he hid in a large jar upon seeing the beast. This labor demonstrated Hercules' prowess and determination in facing formidable adversaries. The fifth labor involved an unusual task: cleaning the stables of King Eurystheus, which housed thousands of cattle and had not been cleaned in years. Hercules was tasked with completing this in a single day. Rather than resorting to manual labor, he cleverly diverted to rivers, the Alpheus and the Peneus, to wash out the filth. This labor highlighted Hercules' ingenuity and resourcefulness, proving that intelligence is as important as strength. Hercules' sixth labor was to slay the Stymphalian birds, dangerous creatures with metallic beaks that feasted on human flesh. To defeat them, Hercules used a rattle gifted by Athena to scare the birds into the air. He then shot them down with arrows, showcasing his skill in archery and combat. This labor illustrated his ability to adapt to different challenges, combining creativity with physical prowess. For the seventh labor, Hercules was sent to capture the Cretan bull, a majestic creature that had wreaked havoc on the island of Crete. After confronting the bull, Hercules wrestled it to the ground and tamed it. This act of bravery and strength was not only a testament to his physical abilities but also a demonstration of his control over chaotic forces. The eighth labor involved obtaining the man-eating mares of Diomedes, the Thracian king. Hercules confronted Diomedes and defeated him, then fed the king to his own horses, taming them in the process. This clever act of vengeance not only highlighted Hercules' strength, but also his ability to outsmart his enemies, turning a brutal situation to his advantage. As ninth labor, Hercules was tasked with retrieving the girdle belt of Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons. Initially, Hippolyta welcomed Hercules and offered him the girdle willingly, but Hera stirred trouble by spreading rumors about Hercules' intentions. A battle ensued, leading Hercules to defeat the Amazons and ultimately claim the girdle. This labor explored themes of misunderstanding and conflict, but also demonstrated Hercules' combat skills and diplomatic abilities. The 10th labor required Hercules to capture the cattle of Geryon, a monster with 3 bodies. The task involved a perilous journey to the end of the world. Upon reaching Geryon's lair, Hercules fought and defeated him, showcasing his bravery and endurance. After capturing the cattle, Hercules faced further challenges during his return journey, including confrontations with the sun god Helios, demonstrating that heroism often entails overcoming a multitude of obstacles. The 11th labor involved retrieving the golden apples from the garden of the Hesperides, which were guarded by a dragon. Hercules sought the help of Atlas, the Titan who held out the heavens. Atlas agreed to fetch the apples if Hercules would hold up the sky in his place. Upon his return, Atlas attempted to leave Hercules with the burden, but Hercules outsmarted him by asking Atlas to hold the sky temporarily while he adjusted his cloak.
While Atlas held the heaven, Hercules retrieved the apples and left without looking back at Atlas.
This labor highlighted Hercules' cunning ability to navigate tricky situations. The final and the most daunting labor was capturing Cerberus, the 3-headed guard dog of the underworld. Hercules ventured into the realm of the dead, where he confronted Hades. Hades allowed Hercules to take Cerberus as long as he used no weapons. Hercules approached the beast with courage, overpowering it through sheer strength and determination. He brought Cerberus back to Eurystheus, who was terrified, and ordered him to return the creature to the underworld. This labor solidified Hercules' status as a hero, as he faced death itself and emerged victorious. Hercules' hardship didn't end with these 12 unnerving labor. A lot more than just Hera's wrath and Eurystheus' challenge awaited Hercules that took him to new adventures, solidifying his status as a legendary hero. He participated in the Argonauts' quest for the Golden Fleece, fought alongside the Trojans against many heroes including Achilles in the Trojan War, abducted the Amazon Queen Hippolyta, battled giants, rescued Prometheus, and assisted many other heroes like Jason and the Argonauts. Most tragic event of his life occurred when he married Deianira. A centaur tried to steal his wife, and to prevent this, Hercules shot him with an arrow that he had soaked in the poison of the hydra. On his deathbed, the centaur realized that his own blood is now also poisonous, gave his blood-stained tunic to Deianira, lying to her that it will forever bind Hercules to her. Years later, when Deianira heard a rumor that Hercules was having an affair, she gave him the blood-stained tunic to bring him back to her. However, the poisoned blood on the tunic burned Hercules' flesh, causing intense pain. Realizing that he has been poisoned, Hercules builds his own funeral pyre on Mount Oeta and burns himself to death on it. After his death, Athena carried him to Olympus on her chariot, and he reconciled with Hera and got accepted among the gods to spend his eternity as an immortal on Mount Olympus.